Coming to you.
Hello, guys. Welcome Behind the Bunker. It is Monday night. It is December the 14th, maybe, 14th, I guess.
Yes.
Yep. So welcome, guys, to our weekly paintball show. We're going to get things rolling in just a moment, but before I do so, let's introduce the guys that are in the studio. We have Gavin Sharma from TerraTech Industries.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. And you know what? It's the season of giving. If you're going to give, make sure you give a like and or share. And if you are so inclined, start a watch party because it is Monday night. It's Behind the Bunker. You guys are here. Strap in. It is going to be a fantastic show. I promise you that.
You know, you can't see through his mask, but he's lying. It's not going to be a good show tonight.
It's going to be the best, the bestest.
Will it be the bomb?
It will be the bomb diggity.
Hot diggity dog.
And then we have Joe Kimson from Flaggers Paintball.
Greetings and thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm going to get into some good old-fashioned leaning a little later on in the show, but right now I'm not very posturing a bit. But anyway, guys and girls, thanks for tuning in tonight. We are masked and ready, locked and loaded. And give us a like and a share and get this goodness viral.
Yeah, I see a lot of you guys joining in. Nice to see all of you guys. We're also loaded up on YouTube, so hopefully we'll load up our chat there shortly. We do not have Josh tonight, unfortunately. He's not able to make it in tonight because we can only have so much excitement in a month. And next week's show is going to be a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. It will be our Christmas show. There we go, graphic up and ready. So there we go, Christmas show, guys. Monday, December 21st. What is a Christmas show if you've never been to? It is where Gavin gets sloppy, Joe gets zany, and we all go through some Christmas stuff. There's some Christmas things and all kinds of stuff. So whatever.
Can you say Christmas one more time?
Christmas.
There we
Christmas.
go.
Yeah. I'm trying to drill it in. I'm trying to be subliminal.
Superliminal.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are here doing our thing. So a couple things in the news today. Make sure you guys check out paintball.media. Their newest online magazine version is up right now online for you guys to peruse. You will not get dirty fingers because it is an online digital magazine, so you won't have to worry about that newsprint. So go and check it out.
Hey.
Well, it depends on what you were looking at before.
Effie is tuned in from Istanbul, Turkey.
Istanbul. Good to see you,
Wasn't
my
that
friend.
Constantinople once?
Constantinople. I don't know. Hi, Effie. Nice to see you. Effie would join us on our Saturday night
International Zoom calls,
games, and he used to play paintball. There was a place in Istanbul, Turkey, where he actually played paintball on the roof of a building. They had a speedball field set up on the roof of a building, and they would play paintball. They're pretty cool. So Effie's here from Istanbul, Turkey. He's whipping up some baklava, which he's going to send to us FedEx or UPS, so that's good.
That'll be fresh.
Fresh.
Nice to see Rick Chard in the live chat. And Rick, I tried calling you this week, my friend. Let's try to touch base in the next couple of days. Want to still have a chit chat with you.
And yes, Rick, you do get a gift every Monday night here at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time. It's called Behind the Bunker.
Rick.
You're welcome.
Now, finally, guys, we talk about this every single week on the show. We always do a roll call, and we always look through the chat forum, and we ask if Frank is in the live chat. Today he finally is. Frank says this show is still around? Cool. Frank, we have been sitting here doing a show every week until we see you log in again. This is now our retirement show.
Thank God. Thank you, Frank, for joining us again.
What show number is this in podcast?
This is 485.
485.
Podcast number 365.
And when did we do our first one? What is the date? Do we know?
March
forget.
21st.
When? What year?
Something.
2009, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. It's 8 years ago. It's 8 years ago from now. So whatever that worked out to be.
12.
Yeah, I think you're right. Nice to see Bobby and Dwayne and Jay Diff and the Angry Canadian Gamer in on YouTube as well. Guys, if you're watching our show, listen to us while you do this, but hit that like and share button and share this amongst any of your friends and your paintball groups. If you guys belong to any paintball groups or chats, let them know that we exist. A lot of the guys, even though we've been around for a while, still haven't heard of us, and there's guys joining the sport all the time. So let them know that we're here.
And guys getting out of it just for that reason.
Yeah. Ryan says, no more Gavin griping about my stupid questions.
No, that'll always be present with him.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. Thanks for joining us. So keep in mind, guys, if you're looking for something for Christmas for Gavin, myself, for Joe, or any of the guys here, the complete history of Paintball, the Director's Cut, is now available on Blu-ray. All you guys got to do is head on over to paintball.media and get yourself a copy of that. A little waxing poetic here. This was posted by Old Paintball Magazines on Instagram. This was posted the other day. It's a picture of World Cup from, 2000. Let me get a bit bigger picture here. Look at this. Remember that? All the speedball bunkers are attached with tubes to keep them inflated.
Where was that?
Everywhere, really.
No, where was World Cup? I know it was everywhere.
To be honest with you, I can't tell by that picture because it's certainly not on Disney property there.
Disney?
This might be behind. This might still be in Florida. It might be behind Old Town. Remember, that's where they used to have it there. So maybe someone in the live chat can answer it. But look at that, eh? Very cool.
Crazy.
And now they had what? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 fields. That's not far off from what's happening these days.
That's a lot of tubes, though.
That's a ton of tubes.
A ton of tubes. Lots of hot air. Hi, Wolf is in the chat. Hello, Wolf. Who we are?
Well, 9 fields. I just counted.
9 fields.
Wolf, you were there playing at World Cup 2000. Where was this event? If you let us know. Okay, he wasn't. But here it is. No, it doesn't say. Yeah, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I just thought it was kind of a neat picture. Joe, you've got a bit of an announcement in regards to our friends over at Planet Eclipse. What happened there?
This is a CF20 magazine announcement. After 18 months of design, testing, and even more testing, we finally realized the first production batch of the CF, that stands for Continuous Feed Magazines, into the wild this past weekend, with the UK being the first market to use them in anger. There's been a small piece that is failing a little under normal use, and Planet Eclipse is in the process of redesigning it and modifying, enhancing it, and making it better. And many companies would not recognize this and therefore even not announce it, but Eclipse is letting us know that there's a flaw. They will, on their second run of magazines, replace it, modify, make it a much better piece. And in the meantime, stand by, be patient, and they will get it sorted out. And anyone that has bought a mag in the past, they will get you the new piece and have that ready to drop in as soon as they have them ready. So just stand by with your patience, and they appreciate it, and they're solving the problem as we speak.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to send out an apology, by the way, to our good friend George. Hey. He says he's hoping to get the BTB box set for Christmas, but I figured we'd wait until we do an even 10 years before we put together a box set. That way, maybe we at least get an hour worth of good stuff.
Well, it's the greatest hit, so it'll be an empty box.
Yeah. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Chica Estrada says the movie Push had those bunkers in them. Yeah, that was the original speedball bunkers.
Yes, they were.
Back in the day, as they say. Our friend Scott Deacon Quarles from over at First Strike posted something on his Facebook page the other day, and I thought it was kind of neat. It's on the Pepperball website. It's a single shot. Less than lethal round. So it has Pepperball in it, and it's for people to carry as sort of a personal defense device. $24.99. Wouldn't that be cool to have that in your pocket? Not for the pepper ball. Let's take that out of the equation here. My thought is put a regular paintball in it. But wouldn't that be cool to have that as one of those mercy tools? If you could say that you actually got somebody close with a handheld compact paintball gun, that'd be like the equivalent of knifing somebody.
That'd be cool for a spy to walk up on a general or something in a big game and shoot them
up their sleeve
or something.
That was like Spider-Man.
It's a Spider-Man theme game. Yeah. So there you go. Here's the specs on it, ladies and gentlemen. It's very small, and then here's what you do. You buy the replacement. So you're buying 12 grams as well as a barrel that has the round in it.
Oh, neat.
So it's a sealed barrel. That was my thought. What if you had a pepper ball and you had this tucked under your sleeve and it rolled down and you stepped on it? So it looks like it's a sealed barrel that doesn't actually break until the shot is fired.
I guess it's single use.
But single use would be a pain, too, because let's say you miss the guy. I mean, shooting a guy with a pistol is hard enough, let alone this without a grip on it. How are you going to hit somebody with that? How are you going to aim? Like, try aiming a ballpoint pen and trying to hit somebody with it.
Yeah, but we're not. The pen is mightier than the sword or ink or whatever.
The sword. Yeah, so whatever. We need something to. We need to try. If I'd like to get my hands on one just to try to see if I can shoot it, but I don't want to shoot pepper ball at anybody.
No.
But I wonder if it's reusable. If you can like stuff another ball in there, or yeah.
They're in Orlando, but I don't see where it says. Just says Kissimmee, Orlando for World Cup 2000. I don't know exactly where.
So it's probably behind, because we used to hear stories about that. That was before you and I were going there.
Yeah, we didn't start going until 2004 or
something like that. Yeah. Black Hawk Down. MagFed only game, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, this is the best image I have, or it's happening in January on the 16th. If you guys are looking for a MagFed only game, head to Matt's Outback Paintball. So check that out, ladies and gentlemen. What about this? Crimson World at War, Crimson Dawn, April 9th to 11th, 2021. This is in from Ryan McGee. He says, just want to say how awesome it is that you guys, and especially Joe, are willing to help get the word out and support me as I command my first ever big game.
This is at French Lick in Indiana, so we should make sure you guys go there. Paintball Planet, booyah. What is it? World at War, Crimson Dawn, and it's being channeled by Ryan McGee or SAS.
There you go. See, Joe know all the information on that poster.
I have all the information firsthand.
Very good. And by the way, guys, I should interject. We're wearing masks on the show. If you guys can hear it and see it and wondering what the hell's going on, where we live, we are in Ontario, Canada, and we are having a red zone.
We're in red zone.
We're in red zone again. So if we were to have a show without masks, it would have to be over Zoom, and then I don't get a chance to look across the table at Gavin. So we are in studio with masks to take proper protocol, and so that's why we're doing it, guys.
You know what? We have to set a good example for people around the paintball globe that, take this little bit of COVIDness a bit seriously, and we'll get through it, and our borders will open up, and George will be able to come up to Flag Raiders again, and we'll be able to go south, and we'll be able to go to paintball events, and we'll also be able to go to Target again and Trader Joe's, and I can go to Target and get a pair of new Levi stretchy Denzine jeans and some stuff like that. And maybe
Joe buys the extra small, stretchy ones.
The skinny ones, and maybe go to...
it's like he's wearing nothing at all.
Maybe go to Sonic and get a milkshake. Oh, I'm so hungry. Where else would I go? Maybe Olive Garden.
Maybe Duff's for some wings.
Duff's for some wings. There's so many things. We need the borders opened up.
No, yeah, we do, but not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We want the carnage to settle after January, whatever day it's going to be, and then we'll slowly come over.
4th and 20th.
Yeah. Aliens versus Predators, ladies and gentlemen, April 24th to 25th. Witness the tonal carnage. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can get all that information is at Black Ops. That's a Mission Masters game, so check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Most of you guys won't know who this is, but I forgot to talk to you guys before the show, but do you guys recognize who that is in the presidential motorcade?
No.
That's our friend Santos.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is it?
It is. He had an opportunity. He was hired on as staff, and he was within the presidential motorcade running a detail a week ago. If you check out his Facebook page, Joe, you should go back and look at it.
Go have a look at
you
that.
can see it. You can see the what do you call those helicopters with the turbines that turn front and back?
Oh, like an Osprey.
The Osprey, the 3 Osprey that carry the president. You could see Air Force One from where he is, and he was behind the scenes. So pretty interesting if you want to go follow him on Facebook. His name is Santos there. The other thing is, so check him out. And I think that's all I have in
That's some good having, though.
the news tonight. We don't have question time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I didn't post up and ask for your questions. But if you have anything, get it up in the live chat, and maybe we'll see if we can get it up there. And Emery Davis, Applebee's? No. And we don't need any appetizers at Applebee's. And
Well, we had one here locally, and it went belly up.
Yeah, it went belly up.
It sure did.
Simon has asked, is there still going to be a Red Dawn in March? Simon, there'll be a Red Dawn on the first Sunday in March. But that's all it'll be, just a Red Dawn. It won't be a big game. It'll just be a Red Dawn, and we'll be open. That's all I got. Don't you worry.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, we have the topic to get to tonight. We have Antique Roadshow to get to. We have Prices Right. We have a bunch of other stuff. But maybe what we'll do is we'll get to a quick Antique Roadshow while I have the image loaded up, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time of the night we're going to show you guys an image of a product that someone, in this case, has actually purchased, not are selling. We want you guys to help them think about what it would be worth to buy, or what would it be worth to sell it, rather. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is from our friend Jay Diff. He says he just picked this up today. What do you think Jay Diff would have paid for something like this? Let me enhance it. Maybe Joe can give us narration on what exactly we're looking at here.
A pair of vents, thermal lens
with the neoprene,
like, with the neoprene, but it's a black mask with the olive green neoprene. Nice.
You'll notice that it's sitting on the packaging with the instructions, and if you look at the lens, I could be wrong, but I believe that's the original film. It
is. That's a nice mask, brand new, great collector piece. I don't think I would wear it for paintball, but it's a great collector piece.
Absolutely. I don't know that I would put it on a truck without Line-X body spray, because I could see a little bit of the rust and corrosion coming through the paint liner there. But
right,
yeah. But otherwise, I think that's pretty cool. If you had one of those and you were trying to sell it, ladies and gentlemen? Vicky Brown is saying $60. Chica Estrada says $20, and Dominic says 25 clams. Let me just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a brand new pair of goggles that you can buy at your local retailer right now. What year would this have come out? This was before the aughts.
It would have been 90,
earlier than that?
Early 90s.
Yeah. Oh, Sasha, thank you. He just commented that I look mint. Thank you, sir. $35 says Butch. 45 says Simon. I would say he's going to get a lot more than that for that.
I think that's a pretty rare piece of paintball history, right? That's not, there's not very many of those in that condition around. I happen to have a couple pair still in package.
So it doesn't show the straps on it.
Strap on.
But those straps alone, if you took them off the goggle and sold them as a vintage strap, would probably fetch $250.
No, they wouldn't.
No way.
No.
You don't think so?
No
There's
way.
been some JT straps that are gone for way more than $250.
Because they were the buckled kind.
Yeah, but why can't you? I would.
You can't use them.
Why couldn't you?
I don't think
that goggle's ASTM rated.
The goggle is, but
yeah.
I don't think this.
But why can't you take the strap off a goggle and put it on another goggle?
I don't think it.
You know what?
It wouldn't fly.
What about some of those goggle straps have clips that are on the airsoft goggles? You know what? I don't know. That would be a question.
Because if that goggle is fine, why can't the strap be transferred to another goggle?
Because then you're
Gavin, you're just being a naysayer.
No, it doesn't have the ASTM rating. It's got to be the stock product as it comes from the factory, because they've got approval on the lens, the goggle frame, and the strap is all met ASTM approval. Well,
then take all that other crap off, put an E-Flex bottom on. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Now you're starting to talk like everybody else. You can't do it.
No, but those the lens, not the lenses, but the other thing itself would be worth some money.
How much would you pay for it?
How much?
Me, I would pay $200 for that.
Joe, Christmas money.
I'll sell you a pair for $180 American.
Yeah. But I think you could ask $250 and get at least $150 for that.
Really?
I do, because it's brand new.
I don't know.
There's no sweat. There's no J Diff sweat on it yet. It's brand new. It's got that new goggle smell. It's got hopes and dreams of the 90s.
I think a hint of Angry Canadian with it as well.
That looks like it's made by the same guy who does WeatherTech.
I don't know. Everyone in the live chat. I mean, Josh is saying $100.
Yeah, but most of the people in there don't know, have not. How many people in the chat forum right now?
Raise your hands.
Have say yes. Have ever used a Vents goggle to play paintball? That's what we should be asking, because it's a different. This is a different ball game. Like I wore Vents. Like how many people there have worn a pair of Vents goggles
you're
to
a war
play
vet?
paintball?
What?
Now, Bobby Doust in the chat says Vents came out in 1992.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had
There
them
you
for
go.
field rentals. Like, how many people in the chat forum have actually used a pair of Vents goggles to play paintball? I bet not many.
Bobby, we still need to get confirmation if that's actually how you say your name. Is it Doust? And is that how you say it? Like, do you actually Yeah. So there you go. I'm saying 150 is what I would take for it. I would ask 200. What are you thinking, Gavin?
I honestly think $30 tops.
think you're on crack.
No way.
You're going to sell it for crack money.
I think you'll be lucky to
All
get
right.
$30 for it.
Matt, you're impartial to something like this. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't really have a horse in this race, but it's in good condition by the looks of it. I would say, being generous, $75.
All right, maybe I'm way overpaying on this. Joe, what is your final
I don't
thought
know.
on that?
I have a pair of brand new green ones in a bag that's still sealed. If someone said I'll give you. Would I sell mine for $200? I don't even know, because are you ever going to find another pair in a package? Really, if you think about it.
Yeah,
but who are they?
but what would you take for if someone just kept upping it? When would you finally break?
At $250 US, I would sell it, plus shipping.
Yeah, I said 150, but the more I'm thinking about it, if I owned that, I don't think I would sell it. I don't think any amount of money would make me to sell it. I mean, I'm sure there would be, but I don't know if I'd want to get rid of it. I said 150, but that's a once in a lifetime. How many more of those out there?
There's not many. Really, if you start thinking about how many pairs of Vents goggles brand new in a bag are still kicking around. Not many.
Okay, Devin Schwartz, you're going to start a fight here. He says, first off, it's ugly. All right, I'll give you that.
It's true.
There's a reason they stopped making them.
You know what, Devin? Those goggles never fogged. And if you could still wear them and they were still in production, that's the only goggle anybody would ever wear.
I also like the throat guard.
The throat guard that hung around like that, never got in your way, man. Those are the best goggles.
See, what a lot of people don't realize is back then when you used to play paintball, there was guys that would go around offering throat punches. So without that throat guard, you'd be, you'd be in trouble. All right, well, looks like we have come to conclusion on that, I guess, sort of. All right. Well, so good job on Jay Diff for acquiring that. I don't know what he paid for it, if he wants to relinquish that information, but good for him. Let's see what else I have here. I think that was it in all of the news for tonight. So why don't we get to tonight's topic, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to talk about, and we're going to watch you guys in the live chat. What is the worst thing you ever bought in paintball? I'm sure there's something that you guys bought and you look back and you went, why the hell did I buy that? A lot of you guys sent in your correspondence on social media via Facebook and all that other stuff. So we're going to watch you guys also in the live chat as well as we read out some of these comments. And we'll go through around the horn here as well and find out what it is. And while I have your attention while we're segueing here, you guys get an opportunity while you're watching the show to hit that share button. Hey, even share it with some of your Facebook friends, any of your Facebook groups out there. Anyone that plays paintball, we get guys that are joining our sport all the time. They may not know our show exists. It'd be nice for you to let them know that. So if you belong to a MagFed group or an old school group or a local paintball group, post it up, share it.
Even a fishing group, something non-paintball related, to let people see what we're talking about.
Yeah, man. Let people know. Maybe they'll get interested in playing some paintball and come out and play with you. So
there's some really. I'd like to read all of these.
Well, we'll go one at a time and kind of go through that. Yeah. Dominic says, First Strike carbon tank regulator stopped working within 2 months. Well, yeah. Stingray marker back in the 90s.
What? Come on. That was a great marker.
I almost disagree with you, Andrew. I think that was the Tippmann Model 98 of the field rental market back in the day, and I think that kind of helped put paintball on the market. But I will also agree with you that it was not the highest end of paintball guns.
It was all polymer, so nothing was going to rust. You could just wipe it down. It was a good gun.
One of you guys on your sheets will find this, but someone posted up the same comment. But he said not only did he buy the Stingray, but he paid the extra money and got the extended warranty through Walmart for his Stingray gun.
Brilliant! I hope
Stingrays worked. It doesn't matter. Matt Logan, his first bag of paint. That's how the addiction started. Yes.
Yeah.
I hope he framed that extended warranty.
That's awesome from Walmart.
Chica Estrada says, "What about his 24 ounces CO2 tank?"
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, what else? Shocker SFT. That was it, leaking.
Still, they always leaked.
Yeah.
I think my brass Brass Eagle Nightmare was the worst thing I ever bought. The first generation came right out Aldo and Gino just put it together when I picked up my paint. And I took it onto the field, and the thing must have been shooting 500 feet a second. But you could barely cock it back, push it forward, and it fired and went wah! But it never really worked. But that was probably my worst paintball purchase.
Can I go back a second to a segment that we were just talking about? So that goggle system, Jay Diff says he actually paid $30 US, and it's sitting in the closet with Tom. So good for him. Put it away.
In the closet where's that? What kind of church does Tom go to? What's it called?
Scientology.
It's sitting in the closet at the Church of Scientology.
Yeah. So good for you, Jay. Put it in a box and put it away. Absolutely. Good for you. Little Wolfie Critchlow says pack of Monster Balls got arrested because they were considered lethal ammunition.
Yes.
That's no good. That's no good at all. Spider Pilot says Gary Kress always had to change O-rings on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Those things never worked.
Yeah.
Let me read some of these. Mark Anderson, Tipman crossover. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, they worked. It was just, yeah.
So I'm going to have to get you to confirm this, Joseph, because this is beyond my, or before I started playing. Michael Lucas.
Little Mikey Lucas?
Mikey Lucas, yes. He wrote a moment feed ramp for his first Nell spot. I have no idea what that is.
A little ramp that would feed the balls in. Mike Lucas, incidentally, for anybody that doesn't know Mike Lucas.
In paintball history.
In paintball history, he started Superior Firepower in London, which is a retail store. And then he also started Flag Swipe, sold it to Bill Strachey, then Bill Strachey sold it to Dwayne. Then he went to work for PMI, or National Paintball Supply, as the main buyer. Now he's a buyer for Valken, so he's got a tremendous amount of experience, and he sits on the ASTM board, so he's responsible for writing a lot of the verbiage and wording for the ASTM standards for goggles. So he's got a lot of experience.
Plus, if you're a lady out there, he's quite dreamy.
He also created the True Bore barrel system.
Yeah,
one of the first aftermarket barrels. Yeah.
So there you go. Lots.
Wow, you guys are really shining with your useless paintball knowledge. We all are, aren't we?
This is a paintball show.
But he is definitely someone that you should befriend if you get an opportunity.
Yeah, lots of paintball knowledge. Braden Raymond bought a Tiberius T-Point 8.1. Never actually used it as a sidearm. Darren Beasley, his original Stingray, broke paint. Man, no, I disagree. Stingrays were fantastic.
It might have been the paint.
Paul Weekland, Psycho-Ballistic Silver Bullet. Yeah, those were just pieces of crap.
Nice.
Jeffrey Van Houten, water bottle the shape of a pod. Sean Bolton.
Maybe it was just a water bottle.
Yeah, Sean Bolton's complaining about a bounce hat that he bought. You know, some of those bounce hats were pretty good. Gavin had a monkey with a gun bounce hat, and he was quite...
Speaking of which, Monkey with a Gun is back.
Yeah.
Ruthless has done a run of their stuff.
Yes, but Monkey with a Gun as the company is back. We'll talk about that later.
Perfect.
Garrett Green bought materials to make a ghillie suit. Matthew Moore, anything wrap for. Jay Diff bought me a Pop Brass Eagle Stingray. I disagree.
Okay, so Jay Diff in the chat and YouTube world said, did anybody get a gotcha gun? He said, worst Christmas gift ever. I wanted one so badly. I did, and I never
And instead you got, as you said, the Easy Bake Oven.
I got socks.
But those delicious treats that you were producing.
This is
100-watt treats, baby.
This is interesting. Tommy Guns bought a Roscoe, but apparently the Roscoe's been canceled. the first strike Roscoe's been canceled.
Really?
Yeah, Tommy Guns had bought that. Sean Leonard, V-Loader 300. Yeah, that thing was awful. DM14 flipped it a week later. Man, our DM14s worked fine.
Some of them.
ACS bolt for a spider. Yeah, man. Anything. Spiders.
Anti-chop.
Anti-chop bolt for
okay,
a
if you have a spider, there's nothing going to stop you from chopping.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's like, remember when we...
It was just like a trigger guard.
That's like
a lock
selling you like a wooden matchstick to cause a dam of the Niagara Falls. It was not going to help anything.
We used to sell piranhas, and the stock piranha a guy would come in and buy. Then a week later, he'd come in and buy a barrel. Then he'd buy the sight rail for the top. Then he'd come back, he'd buy flush caulking. Then he'd buy an expansion chamber. Soon you had this $300 Piranha costing about $700.
Yeah.
God, I just...
Andrew Woodyard says Brass Eagle Rainmaker, hands down the worst paintball gun. No, I would disagree. I would say the Evil Omen, sir. The Evil Omen tops, second only to the Machine Vapor.
Somebody
in the chat would mention the Vapor as
Oh,
well.
did
but
they?
this went by.
Okay.
So Chris Nelson wrote in almost anything by Rap. RAV4. I
I
can't
know,
get it
I
out. I'm
said
laughing.
that, yeah.
RAV4. Oh my god.
Tommy Gunn says now they're back ordered, not canceled. Yes, I know the first run had some issues, and maybe they're back ordered. Sorry, Tommy Gunn, I misinterpreted what you read. Wrote. Whatever, same stuff.
Brian Gorley says a JT Slam pods and speed loader in the pack.
They were shy.
Nice. Hey, you know what? Let's keep going on this because I don't want to stop. I think this is a great segment to keep going on. And guys, if you have anything that you think of, post in the live chat. But we just wanted to tell you guys about a couple things real quick. Did you guys know that Planet Eclipse, ladies and gentlemen, have more championships, new mechanical markers, new electros, new territory, including the new MagFed division? Get Planet Eclipse, guys, and take on the world.
When the world's greatest players, photographers, and expectant parents need the best coverage, most vivid colors, biggest selection, they pull a tab on an EG product. Hashtag Pop Smoke.
Thick welded seam, stainless steel hardware, multiple color options makes Air Ups the #1 choice for inflatables on and off the field. Made in America by Brett Davis and his crew. And ladies and gentlemen, before the holiday season, you can get 20% off everything if you just type in the code HOLIDAY20.
Dreams fade. Ruthless Paintball products, colors, sublimation, and craftsmanship never die. On or off the field, Ruthless will keep you fresh. Use the promo code BTB15 for 15% off your next order.
Adapt, create, and win. Exalt is our blood type. Make your game boil. Get Exalt. Available worldwide.
From the beginning, you stumble down a rocky cliff or waded chest deep through a mosquito-infested bog. Now, whether you're sliding into a snake or running and gunning, GI Sports has the gear for you. Now with the new Stormer, Stormer Basic, Stormer Elite, and Stormer Tactical. Booyah!
DLX Technologies, guys, true industry innovators with some of the lightest, fastest, and sleekest hardware in paintball. DLX has the power to get to the podium. And by golly, that's where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. So let's thank to all of our sponsors. Without you guys, people would be watching something better on TV tonight.
No way.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like and hit that share button. If you guys are watching us on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so whenever we go live, you can be annoyed by that. We are pushing YouTube right now because we feel that someday you guys are going to probably move over to YouTube, and we're going to be broadcasting on both those platforms over the next little while.
When the Kaiser takes over the
platform.
When the
Kaiser takes over.
We got Kaiser roll for dinner.
Delicious.
Dan and Hardy in the live chat says the worst thing he ever bought was Prestige Worldwide. I don't know. Andrew says the View Loader Quantum Hopper with that fish hook looking thing. That's an agitator. It wasn't a fish hook.
Cattail?
It was a cattail.
But it was agitating, though.
It was
irritating.
Aggravating.
It just irritates the...
Mike Holstrom, DXS Pulse. Man, you looked at those things and they shattered.
Yeah. Lower your voice, guys. I have one in the studio. I don't want it to shatter.
We don't have eye goggles on.
Yeah.
So John Merrick wrote in Brass Eagle paintballs. You know what? For the life of me, I don't recall Brass Eagle paintballs.
Yeah, they were sold at like Canadian Tire and big box stores.
They were made by
Dick's.
Zap.
Yeah,
Chico's trying to say the same thing.
Zap made them.
Yeah. There you go.
T-Bass Butcher Perron says an Axe and Bravo 1. I would disagree with the Axe, my friend. I think an Axe is a great platform.
Bravo 1 is just
you know what?
People
People get really bent out of shape on the Axe. I still think the Axe is one of the best guns in that price range. But what happened is Empire came up with this gun. Their promotion was so great, and people saw the Axe, and the Axe was kind of there to compete with not the high end guns, but the mid range guns, and people were just sort of disillusioned. Although it was a great gun, all these people accumulated them and then started selling them because they wanted the latest and greatest, not the mid-range stuff. But I still think right now, if you're in the market for an electronic marker, the Axe is probably one of your best catches.
I would agree with that, Todd.
Or get a 6 or...
Very rarely do I agree with you, but I would have not say that.
Yeah, I don't know. So whatever. I mean, you may hate the Axe. I've got an Axe that every time it gets fired up, it works. And it's one of those guns that are rare that always just seem to work.
Ryan Hall wrote in a max tack of Scarab Arms TGR1.
Oh, yeah.
Utter trash, he had to clarify.
Those things.
Used axes is the best value markers out there, says Dominic, and I would agree with that. If if people are gonna put them down and they're marked down and they're cheap, go get them. Get them, absolutely.
Dominic Norton said, would you get an axe, a 6 or a 170R? I think for I would buy a mechanical. I think right now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little mechanical.
How are you? Do you need a hug?
Like a robot.
No, but you and I should, according to Tommy Guns. He says, Gavin and Todd are having a bromance. They're breaking my heart. Yeah.
It's the holiday season, Tommy.
We're
It's
going to
the
hug it
holiday
out
season.
before the end of the show. So.
Socially distant hug.
Oh, well. What else you have in your sheets? Matt, do you have anything decent over there?
Yeah, Jeffrey wrote in a product I've never heard of before. Tank Mate Paintball Tank Temperature Gauge.
Oh, yeah.
No idea. No.
Oh, they went on the side of the tank for CO2 and it would tell you the temperature because it would help keep your velocities.
So if you have a barbecue
Yeah.
tank, if you go to like a hardware store, they'll sell you a gauge that shows you how much is in it, but it's like a stick-on thermometer. So as you, and it doesn't show when the tank is just sitting there, but when you're on your barbecue and you're drawing propane, it chills a little bit so you can see then how much is in it, but it doesn't necessarily work. And buying one for your CO2, that's just basically just a gimmick for sure.
I don't know. There was someone here defending it.
No.
Steve.
Steve, what do you know?
Get your own show, Steve.
Yes, Steve. Communist.
Well, apparently the tanks can be damaged if they reach a certain temperature. So
Oh,
I never caught on because paintball players don't actually care about their gears.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen CO2 tanks frosted up so bad they were like you couldn't touch it with your hand.
Yeah, that's frostbite.
Yeah. So I mean I'm sure they get damaged to some degree.
We'd have to fill with gloves.
Yeah. The only thing that would get damaged in a CO2 is that rubber O-ring that the pin valve, the Schrader valve was up against, but it was not a quarter inch, an eighth of an inch thick, and it was a pretty resilient O-ring.
Do you miss the days of filling CO2
No,
and
I
being,
do not.
being swarmed by
reason you go out
mosquitoes?
and wearing earbuds and mosquitoes coming and stuff.
Okay, so for those of you that are new to the sport, if you had a CO2 tank, you'd have to take it to your counter of where you're at the paintball field. They would take it off your gun, which is already a pain in the butt. They would have to take it, they would have to empty it, and then fill it and empty it again to make it cold to the touch, and then they'll fill it. Then they hand it back to you. So you're getting this cold tank that's being put on your gun. Then you go out and you go instantly start playing, and as it warms up, your chrono goes up. And then if they overfilled it and you didn't know that, you're out in the bush where it's nice and warm, and all of a sudden your rupture disc explodes, and you get this large sound. It was safe-ish. Like it's not like your tank's going to go in
the
there.
bush and having your rupture disc explode.
Yeah. But there's nothing. Yeah. So
Our one little Italian friend told us the story how he got his tank filled, put it in his vehicle, and was driving back home. Rupture disc goes. All he hears is air pissing out, thinks it's his vehicle, and swerves over.
Roger Weaver says, I used to use heated socks in the winter to keep them warm.
What, your
Your
feet?
toes?
That's a good idea.
Sorry, Roger.
Toasty boots.
Do you have any other over there, Matt?
No, not really. JT Slam Pods.
Yeah.
They were definitely gimmicky. They were cool.
A good idea.
They were a great idea.
Yeah.
But then you have to have that... Okay, so it's a pod that had this...
Retractable.
this retractable opening, but you had to have a loader system that had this 3.5-inch thick collar that would sit on the top of your loader. So when you slammed the loader into
Like a
it,
flashlight.
it would open up and it would dispense all the paint. But it was very violent. It was very hard to get it to line up. And then you had this massive collar on your tube or on your hopper that made it easier for Gavin to kick it off. Great idea, but horrible product.
So that was probably the grandfather of the speed feed, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Jaden Crumpston in the chat says 22-inch barrel for his Cronus.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what a
I
great-
remember those.
That's a lot of barrel, my friend.
That was a craze back in like the early
It was
2000s.
like a sniper barrel for sure.
Dylan Soup says die lock lids. He wasn't a big fan of that.
Those are great.
They were overpriced and too big for your pods. They were what, 60s, were they?
Yeah, they were typically a little too big for your pod.
I like them, don't get me wrong, but the problem is they don't fit into your pod pack. They're too girthy.
I had them in my.
Then they're ribbed to make it even worse.
I had them in my Spec Ops vest, and it held a lot of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were too expensive for what they were.
Bobby Benjamin says the Mask fan. He said it was so loud it didn't work well. So I would say the JT Mask fan really sucked.
Really? The Vortex fan?
I
Yep.
would say it did too, because when you compare it to the Echo 2020s with the nuclear turbine, they were better, and then the Easy fans and the aftermarket ones, even just a general computer fan, they work so much better. I think it was a good idea, but I think they needed to replace the 1.5 volt with like a 12 volt or something.
Agreed.
Yeah. And it sounded like you were being chased by mosquitoes. Cameron Turnbull, Max Loader is a huge gimmick, he says. Works 1 out of 10 times that he uses it. Cameron, I have an idea for you. I have a brand new one. Why don't you switch out the one? It's probably an issue. So why don't you switch it out? I have a brand new one. Why don't you talk to me and we'll
Todd has number 1 off the assembly line with the certificate of authenticity. Todd has Max Loader number 1.
Yeah. So there you go, ladies and
Sound
gentlemen.
like Mambo number 5.
It is.
Robert Hansen says, every part I've ever bought trying to fix my F4 Illustrator.
I have an F2 Illustrator if you want to buy one.
It's only half as good, though.
Yeah, it's only half as good.
I'm going to throw
square
one
root.
into the running here while I'm thinking about it. What about a Q loader? So
Oh, yeah.
the product itself was okay. It was okay. But the Q loader itself, it was problematic. It took forever to reload. It took longer to reload a Q loader than it does for guys to go off the field and reload 10 mags manually. It was terrible.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. What yeah.
Yeah. And we've always said the evil omen.
Yep, that's true.
Apparently, System X made clear Lexan parts for Angel markers.
Huh.
Filter Feeder 7 wrote in that they purchased 2 clear barrel, volley trigger, sight rail, worst aftermarket parts ideas in history.
Huh.
It looks neat, but it doesn't function.
Well, Jason Howland would agree with that. He said anything made by Evil or System X. So he wasn't a fan of the System X either.
Oh, there you go. That's funny.
Andrew Woodward says you had to hand wind that thing.
Yeah.
It was garbage. Yeah.
It was like an old-timey
It
movie.
was a bladder. You had this bladder full of paint.
Organ
winding
grinder,
it
some
and
monkey
just
dances as you're throwing paint.
spinning the paint into
Yeah.
oblivion.
So if you have anything else, ladies and gentlemen, post it up quick. Otherwise, we're going to move on to our next segment.
Please.
Yeah. Matt says,
Oh,
please.
look at that. He's so
Was this
excited.
segment the worst thing we ever purchased
Riveting.
in Paintball, Matt?
This was free.
Yeah, I didn't purchase this.
This is free with your tuning in.
So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, next week we're going to have our live Christmas show.
Christmas show.
It will be next Monday night, December 21st. We're going to do that live here. So check that out, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to send in any Christmas greetings video-wise, by all means, do so. Just send it into any of our social media outlets. All right. Well, we've done all of that, and we are running low on time. But there's a couple things that I would like to do. I would like to get to a couple prices right. I found some really good things this week that I really
Okay.
enjoyed, and I would like to, since Josh won last time.
No, I won.
So why don't we do prices right? Do we have a stinger for that? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin, do you want to explain the rules whilst I find the first item?
For Price is Right, you just got to bid, damn it. You can't go over.
It's in American dollars.
Yes.
Can't go over.
All right, and we're going to watch you guys in the live chat. First up for bid is this Kingman Spider Flash.
Wow.
Flashy.
Still in original box, because why wouldn't it be? Because it probably didn't work.
Purple blue fade. That's
Actually, that is pretty neat, though. I will say that at least what they did do well with Spider is their anodizing and color schemes.
That's true.
So it looks like it's in a box. It's fairly brand new, although it is used. It does look fairly brand new. And it has the original packaging. So we're going to go around the horn, guys. Bid on this. This was sold on eBay. We're looking for US dollars. Post up and see what you guys
Would you
think it
read
went
the
for.
write up again?
Kingman Spider Flash.
That's it.
That's it. Wow.
That's it.
No.
What more can you say? If you were writing the ad, what would you say?
I'd say rare,
Interesting
vintage,
trades, tasty.
limited purple to blue fade, 12-inch micro-honed barrel.
It is electric.
This gun killed Grandma. Please take it off my hands.
Yeah. Look at that.
Okay.
Not the rocking trigger, but certainly has an electronic grip. So what do you think? Gavin, you won last time. What are you bidding on this?
Honestly, the color of that still in box, I think somebody who doesn't understand paintball would be drawn to it. I'm going to say $150 for that, honestly.
Okay. Joe, what do you think?
I'm going to go with, you know what? Gavin's not far. I'm going to 135.
Okay. Matt, what do you think?
I'll go under at 90.
Ooh.
All right. Devin Schwartz says $20 for Spider Flash. He's closer than you guys are. Andrew Wordward's even closer, says $65.
Jay Diff in the chat says $130. Angry Canadian Gamer also says $150, like me.
Well, Tommy Gunn says $49.99. He overbid by about 80 cents.
What did Matt say?
90.
Well, then we
okay.
all
Yeah,
overbid.
we did, but
Yeah.
I have lots tonight. So $49.12, ladies and gentlemen.
That's about what it's worth.
Now, I have to admit, I have these somewhere. I can't find them, but I know I have them somewhere. These, ladies and gentlemen,
Nice.
Planet Eclipse Rare
Feed neck?
barrel bands.
No, they're finger
Well,
bands.
I know. They're called, they have them down as barrel
I
bands.
thought they were feed neck.
No,
No.
you put them on your
Padding.
fingers.
These are fingers. So you can see in the picture, I'll zoom in. Sorry, enhance. There you go. So they go on your fingers. Have you not seen these before?
No!
Oh, man. I owned a pair of these.
Man.
I know Dye had them. Eclipse had them. There was a couple other companies that had them. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You wear them on your fingers. They're like rings. And why you wear... Shut up!
I can't believe you bought them.
I bought them. I don't think... I tried them on and went, these are stupid. I don't think I ever wore them. That's why they're brand new.
But, at least 30 seconds. You can't say it was an impulse purchase. You were there thinking, hey.
I bought
these
them
will
at a
stop
show somewhere.
These will stop my
Absolutely.
digits from sweating. This will help my day.
Stops you from banging your fingers, says Mike Holstrom. Absolutely. Oh no, Tommy Gunn says this is going to get perverted quick. So you can tell the gentleman or a person who owned them definitely used a couple of the fingers.
Why is there only 6 left?
He lost some in... Oh, no.
You know what? I don't know if it says in the package how many that's included, but yeah, maybe he's lost a bunch.
Oh man, I need a set.
So there you go, ladies. If any of you guys have any of these out there, send us a picture of them. I'd really like to see.
Wearing them.
Tasteful pictures, and Gavin means fingers, ladies and gentlemen. He wants to see them on your
But
fingers.
I also want to see them in public, not at a paintball field.
With painted nails.
Like eating a hamburger or something with these on.
Carrie Chris says $1. Dominic says $25. These are perfect for my jazz hands, Dan, says Dominic. Well done. $5.99 says Colby. Paintball Jewelry says bag of chips. There you go. So I don't... I didn't think I was going to get a reaction to you guys on these, but I thought they were cool. I thought it was a neat product. Gavin,
You're still trying to sell it.
I am trying to sell them.
All right for that.
Kenny Stewart says $4.99 for the finger bands,
Is that each?
and Andrew Woodward says Woodyard says spirit fingers.
Ooh, Andrew Captain or Capitan says $6 per finger.
So he said $36.
$36. All right. What are you thinking, Gavin?
I'm thinking $5 total.
Okay. Joe, what are you thinking?
$18.
$18. Matt?
Let's go crazy here. $5 each at $30 in total.
Sorry, this sold for... Sorry, I just crinkled it up. $25.
Are you kidding me?
No, I am not. Welcome to eBay, my friends. Let's see if I can find something here. Josh is not here, so there's a couple here I wanted to see. What about... No, not this one. This one here. Real quick on this, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
So it's an Angel reg gauge. You can see it's at 0 right now, ladies and gentlemen. When there's a 1, it's times 100. So it's so it's for your inline reg gauge. And this is called the Flash Tank Pressure Gauge. This is brand new. Joe, who won that one?
Joe.
Joe did. Joe, what are you bidding on that?
$22.
Dominic says, by the way, he knows because he bought them.
Then I want to see next week you eating a burger with them on.
Yeah. Tasteful pictures. Matt, what are you thinking?
For that,
Yeah.
$15.
Okay. Gavin?
Well, I'm going to lowball this one with $5, Bob.
Okay, George. Hey, says $34. Mike Holstrom, $40. Wow, we need to get some Holstrom cash. This, ladies and gentlemen, sold for $10. $10.
Gavin?
That was me.
If you're looking for
Yeah.
something for Christmas for me, ladies and gentlemen, I would like one of these Smart Parts Ion
Oh, it's a reg?
inline reg.
Wow.
This looks like it's been driven over. It looks like it's been,
It's had some doings.
it certainly
Then
has.
they transpired.
They were transpiring.
And don't ask where the rubber grip cover is. Yeah. So who's bidding on this?
But if you had those finger bands, you
Gavin.
wouldn't need it, though.
Gavin.
All right, so for that, let's go $15, Bob.
$15. Joe, what are you thinking?
11.
11. Matt?
Again, I'm going to go a little high on this with $25.
Bobby Doust says 18.
Kenny Stewart says $2.50. And he is actually very close. It was $3.95. George says that is not a reg. That is a reg. That's that's not the reg. That's the back of the gun.
Hey, can
He's
I
calling this a reg.
Can I tell you something that I heard? I
Uh-oh.
heard the other day. I was talking to one of my sales guys, and he said that he heard that Tipman or GI or whoever they are, Core. Under the Tipman operating under the Core umbrella, they're bringing back the Phenom for 2021.
Phenomenal.
The Tipman Phenom, the engine. They're bringing that back for 2021. So if there's some fans of the Tipman Phenom, you can expect to see it in 2021. That's what I heard.
It's coming from the rumor mill, huh?
Nice.
Pretty rumory, pretty milly.
What's the score like, Matt? I think we only have 1 point, right?
No, Joe and Gavin are neck and neck with one
Okay,
each.
then here goes the quick tiebreaker, and then we'll move on. Rare. Purple Stingray.
Oh,
Ooh.
has it been painted?
Nope, look at the plastic.
Oh,
No. Interesting.
Is it purple or blue?
It's
It's
purple.
purple.
The ad says purple,
Okay.
and the view loader to match.
Oh,
12-gram quick change.
oh.
All right, who
Okay.
won the last one?
It still has the cocking rod or the cocking pin.
Cocking pin.
Yeah, it does. The cocking screw.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Gavin.
post up in the live chat. Let these guys know what you think. Gavin, what are you thinking on this
I'm going to
bad
say
boy?
$75 for that bad boy.
Okay.
What is the reading?
Rare purple Stingray.
Of course it is.
And it works, obviously. You get everything that comes with it. Mike Holstrom says $60.
But
Andrew
Gav-
says, "Oh my God, horrible flashbacks." Kenny Stewart says 55.23.
I'd pay $75 for that.
You can't because Gavin bid 75.
Oh, did he? Communist. I'm gonna pay 80. No, that's too close to Gavin's. $60.
$60. Kyle Swenson says $15 at my local thrift store. $45 says Andrew, and $30 says the purple Stingray for Devin Schwartz. Here's the problem. And Josh Zubizabrika says $2. Here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. This says rare in the ad. Also, this is eBay. So it could go for $3 or it could go up to as high as $1,000. Who knows?
Gavin
So
has.
J Dip says 140 because someone's going to think it's custom. Derek Lowe in YouTube also says 56. And Angry Canadian Gamer says 35.
Yeah, so
Did
there you
Matt
go.
bid?
You know what? I'm going to bid $1.
Go through what the bids are again, Matt. You said $1.
I said $1. Joe said 60.
Now you're just
and
being a jerk, though, Matt.
Gavin is at 75.
All right, well, you can call that jerk back because it was $149.99 this sold for.
Wow.
That was Joe then, right?
No, it was
you.
you.
Oh, me. Nice.
I should have bid more. I knew it.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, first of all, I want to take an opportunity to thank all of you guys so far for tuning in. If you guys haven't yet, please hit that like and that share button and subscribe and all that nonsense, depending on the platform you're watching. But here's the thing, guys. There's guys that join our sport all the time. There's guys that are sitting on the couch wanting to play our sport. If you guys share this show to any of your friends on Facebook, share it to any of your paintball groups or that you belong to, let's let people know out there that there's a weekly gathering of people that talk nothing but paintball every week. Share this on Facebook. We would really appreciate it. Next week, we're going to have our live Christmas show. Lots of shenanigans, lots of wine, lots of all kinds of stuff next week. So you're going to make sure you join in for that.
Is there smoked salmon?
There's a huge buffet that I've now canceled because we're all wearing masks. So
No canapes?
no canopies. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do here is anybody that's watching on YouTube, we're going to say farewell to you. But
On
if you guys are
Facebook.
watching,
On Facebook.
on Facebook, you're right. Thank you. We're going to stay live on YouTube, and we're going to continue to record for our podcast. We're going to do our after show over there. So if you guys are watching on Facebook, head on over to YouTube. If you can't find us on YouTube, go to behindthebunker.com, and you'll see the link right there, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to Gavin for being on our pre-show.
It's wonderful to be here as always, folks, and I do appreciate everybody who shares. I've seen those people right now, and I'd like to call you out, but there's many of you. It really does help us out. So, folks, if you're feeling a little shy or a little reluctant, remember it's Hanukkah. It is the holiday season. Hit that share button because sharing is caring, and it really helps our show out. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much for participating in the chat. And move over to YouTube if you can because the after show starts shortly.
Yeah. Tommy Guns in live chat says, if you turn this into a drinking game, everyone will join up. What do you think we're here for?
Every time the bell rings, Tom, you're supposed to take a sip.
That's right. And there we go. We have Joe Gibson from Flaggers Paintball.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight to Beautiful Behind the Bunker. I did not get much of a lean back going on, but anyway, we'll see you next Monday night for the Christmas show. And
we're going to see Josh Zuby-Zabrikis back next week. He just had to take a hiatus because of the overwhelming excitement that will be next week. And thank you to Matt the Crypt for pushing buttons tonight.
You know it.
And guys, we're going to say goodbye to Facebook. If you guys are listening on YouTube or on podcast, don't get anywhere. We're right back. All right, so that was our pre-show, ladies and gentlemen. We are still on YouTube right now, and we're still recording for our after show / podcast. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll give a couple minutes for the guys to come back over to YouTube. That was a hell of a show.
It was something.
it was very good.
Missed Josh Zuby-Zabrikis, but we'll see him next week for sure.
For sure.
Fancy Christmas outfits for next week, I assume?
Indeed.
Okay, we can do that. Before Joe just had to step out to the green room and get some more snacks and sandwiches. That crab goes bad if we don't eat it before the end of the night.
I feel something's off with the potato salad, too.
Yeah, we talked about all that. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about was have you guys seen that new preview for the new movie coming out? And I can't remember the guy's name. He was in Better Call Saul. What's his name, the main character?
The lawyer? I can't remember his name. I know exactly who you're talking about, though.
Anyways, he's got a new movie coming out called Nobody.
Okay.
He's billed as a nobody. And it's directed by the same guys that did John Wick.
Okay.
And it starts out showing this guy. He basically gets his house robbed, and his kid gets beaten up, and he lets the robber go, and he gets ridiculed that he didn't do anything. He didn't act. But why he didn't act is because he's like a retired hitman kind of John Wick kind of guy, and he didn't want to blow his cover, and then all shit hits the fan. So
what's this called?
It's called
Nobody.
Nobody.
And is it on Netflix or something?
No, it'll be coming to a theater close near you.
Streaming right to your home?
Yeah, probably. I think in January or February. But I saw the preview. It's shooting around right now. If you guys have seen it, Bob Odenkirk says Cameron
Thank you,
Turnbull.
Cameron.
Thank you.
Unless
And Steve, sorry, I didn't see yours as well.
But he
Yeah.
could be full of crap. That could be just like the buddy sitting next to him on the couch.
It could be Michael Jackson. I wouldn't know.
Look, I'll get him to say your name on the show.
Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Lloyd Braun? No. Sorry.
Christopher Lloyd.
No, but he can get you chewing gum if you need.
Yeah. Good.
That's a lot of gum.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Colin Farrell? I don't know if Colin Farrell's...
No.
He's
No.
still relevant?
No, Colin Farrell was
That's
in a movie
another
called
movie,
Ava.
and I still haven't watched that yet.
It was
It's on
okay.
my watch list.
Is it? Okay.
It was all right. It was fine.
I'm trying to get through Papillion?
Oh, the remake or the original?
A remake because it had the guy.
Papillon.
Papillon. Sorry, Papillon.
what the hell
Papillon. And I should know because I'm 45 minutes into it.
It was actually good.
I watched.
Don't tell me how it ends
it
because I'm
was-
not done.
It was okay. Yeah.
The original one's better, but
I actually like the remake.
Yeah.
Really?
I just
I
watched
do.
a half
I did.
an hour of the guy in solitary, and like if it doesn't pick up soon, I'm gonna have to turn it off. But it looks good.
I don't understand how you can watch a movie in portions like that.
yeah. How do you know?
Well, how do you have to? How do you sit down for?
Sit down
You-
with
I
a-
sit down for 45 minutes. I'm gone. I got to get up. I'm done. I can't watch TV
Ugh.
for that long.
You and your rabbit holes on YouTube. That's why.
Yeah, but even YouTube though, I'm only on there for 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm done. I got to walk away from it. That's why I like to ingest stuff through YouTube because it's short lived. It's
Look at you, Mr. ADD.
yeah, it's about that. Sorry, what were we talking about? Chris Companion, Chris Friend in the
Chris Friend.
in the chat says, "Are they talking about departures?" No, we're talking about. We were talking about Papillon
Papillon.
or Papillion. Papillion.
So okay, I'm not gonna. Well, I don't care if it's a spoiler or not. It's like a 40-year-old movie anyway.
Okay, well, don't because I haven't saw the original and I haven't saw the new
Well,
one.
it's a true story, right?
Okay.
And then they show clips and pictures of the actual Papillon at the end of it. So I like the historical aspect of
Okay.
that too. So.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'm watching that right now.
I have a little more
I
to
think over
watch.
Christmas, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to rewatch The Gentleman again. Still one of my favorite
It was
movies.
good. I
Well,
liked it.
well, you
I
have
was
3
surprised.
weeks. You can watch like 10 minutes every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. I can.
So,
Yeah, start 10 movies in like,
well, I
15 minutes
Netflix at
each.
night when I'm lying in bed.
Did
It
you
So
watch?
kind of puts
did
me
you
to
watch
sleep.
The Queen's Gambit?
No, I heard that's really good though.
It
That's
is.
the chess movie?
Yeah, my,
Yeah.
my daughter watched it and she was she loved it.
Did she? Good.
So speaking of which, so we have the holiday season coming up. I know for
It's the
schools that are
holiday
taking at least a couple week
season.
break. Do you think that break is going to be extended? And do you think we're going? You know what? I know some people don't believe there's actually a virus floating around right now. Our area is impacted, and we're trying to flatten the curve while we roll out the vaccine. Do you think things are going to be extended? Will we have an extra long
I don't know.
Netflix, Prime?
But I think
Hulu?
that, okay, so they watch the numbers every day.
Yes.
Right? But on a weekly basis, I think what's going to happen is they say it takes 2 weeks for them to
about
sort of
about 4 weeks per
Okay.
intervention.
So they put us into the red a couple of weeks ago. I think what's going to happen is when kids are home from school and we're over the holidays for that 2 weeks, I think that's going to be the up or down. If they see an arrow go up, I think we might stay home. And I
Right.
think if the arrow kind of points down, I think they're just going to maintain status quo.
So now I know Toronto closed a number of schools now.
Yeah, they're-
so they started their holiday early just to prevent some of the spread. So
So did Windsor.
Windsor,
Windsor Essex shut down all of their schools.
Bobby Dow says he needs to go back and watch Orange is the New
no,
Black.
Wentworth. Wentworth is where it's at.
Bobby, you little pervert.
So I'm not sure Bobby Doust. I'm not sure if you've seen Wentworth.
It's
an
host.
It's it's an Australian Orange is the New Black like, but it's gritty. It's drama. It's I really like that.
Is
I-
it a women's prison
It,
based?
it is, but
Okay.
I started watching Orange is the New Black,
Oh.
moved on to Wentworth, and I couldn't go back to Orange is the New Black because it was just too fluffy.
I never could get into Orange is the New Black.
Yeah. Or you could move over to Pornhub.
That's the most logical. That's more of a lateral
It's a
move.
lateral move. Yeah. Orange is the New Black, though. You're right. It's very watered down. I mean, every week they have the same brand new jumpsuits. Like, there's nothing real about it. I saw Wentworth. I watched a couple episodes when you guys were talking about it. It's pretty gritty. It's pretty realistic. Yeah, rather gratuitous, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Paul Pasta, nice to see you, sir. He says, I've been sitting at home quarantined until my COVID test results come back.
Oh, yeah.
Watching every paintball video on Go Sports. Very good.
I gotta get me one of them subscriptions.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to read all your comments in the live chat.
And you know what? Maybe we'll touch on this next episode because it is the Christmas special. Is there anything on your Christmas list that is paintball related, though?
That's a Daryl Hall and John Oates question.
I'm not getting the reference for that. But
Your kiss is on my list.
there you go.
Come on, Gavin. Out of all people, you should have had that
I'm
without
familiar
even...
with their songs, but I didn't know where you're going. That's quite a stretch.
And their mustache over Movember. You guys missed. If you know who Daryl Hall is, you might have to do a Google search. But that was what Gavin looked like over November when he was growing out his.
I'm more Snoop Dogg-ish. It's true. I think I I could do a Snoop Dogg impersonation. But well, hopefully next year when the world returns to somewhat normal, we're hopefully mask free. You guys will get to see my lovely stash for Movember.
What? Oh, next year.
Next year. Yep.
Speaking of stash, will you be partaking over Christmas holidays?
And a mustache?
No, stash. It is legal up here. It is
Oh.
legal in Canada. So
yeah. I may indulge in a gummy or two.
nice. We'll have to talk off air where we can still get them because I'm at a shortage on those now. So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's what's going to happen next week. We're going to have our live Christmas show. It all starts at 8:00. 8:05. Really, let's be honest. 8:05 every Monday night. But next week is our Christmas show. We are going to do, let me bring up a quick calendar here. I don't think we're off over the Christmas holidays. Do you, Gavin? Did you look? We have the 21st is the next week's show. Then we'll do a 28th show.
Yeah.
And then we're back in the new year on the 4th.
Yeah,
so
no break.
good value, guys. When we signed our contract, we didn't ask for 2 weeks off over Christmas. So we will be broadcasting live all the way through the holidays.
Well, that depends. I'm sure next week I won't be welcome back.
After next week?
So if you want to see Gavin's last show and why the restraining order was signed, tune in next week.
Yeah, this year we have banned any funnels from the studio. So hopefully that will help things out. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we let everybody go?
No, just excited that everyone continues to support us in the after show and the show.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys over on YouTube.
And again, you know what? It's a season of sharing, so make sure you let people know what you do on every Monday night. Invite them to participate with you. Again, we're growing the sport, we're growing the show, so please do your part.
Sorry, Seb posted a picture to Instagram that's pretty radical.
That's awesome. I hope that is his new Christmas card.
Ew.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely check it out, guys. Joe, any farewell, final thoughts?
No, just everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see everybody next week live on Behind the Bunker. And until then, be well, be safe, and see you soon. Pew, pew.
Very good. And, Matt, thank you for pushing buttons tonight.
Yeah, you're welcome. And piggybacking on what Joe said, stay fit and have fun.
What are you, Hal Johnson and Joanne Liebler all of a
Joanne
sudden?
McLeod.
Well, that was... Oh, yes, you're right, for Body Break. All right, guys, thank you very much for listening to our Paintball podcast and watching us on our YouTube stream. We'll see you guys next week for the Christmas show.